Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and today I have another process video for you, but since we're in the start of October, this is the first one I've made with my October How to Kill a Kit with Style. If you guys haven't seen my kit share yet, I'll have the playlist linked down below so you guys can see how I put this kit together, because it is a little bit different than my previous kits that I've been featuring, and hopefully you guys can find some inspiration from that too. But today I am scrapbooking this photo of my lovely kitty cats and my feet, and this is back when I was at my parents' house, and every morning I would open the door to the bedroom and they would want to see if the other cats were waiting on the other side, so my parents' cats. So I thought this was a super cute photo to just talk about that time in which 4 cats in the same house was a rough time, but they were still curious of each other as cats are, and again I had a really fun time making this layout. So the background paper is from a Craftsmith paper pad, and it is the Boutique Market paper pad, and the yellow paper that I have done a nice ripped edge on is from the Honey Deer paper pad from BCWV. And again, all of that stuff will be linked down below if it's still available, and you guys can support me by shopping through my affiliate links at no additional cost to you, and that's just a great way to support my channel if you guys are interested in doing that, or if you're interested in any of the products featured. But as you guys remember, I put these Jen Hadfield washi strips in my stash kit, and they've always been a pain for me because they are either exactly 12 inches or slightly shorter than 12. So here I actually have a small blip at the bottom that's not covered, but you really can't notice it unless you're staring right at it. So I let it be. And if you guys do have these washi tape strips, you can always cut them in half and put them across the whole length when you have a cover in the middle. So here I could have cut it in half under the photo and created an extra space there, so I could have covered all the way to the edge. But I didn't really care about that small blip at the edge that didn't have coverage. I think it looks fine either way. And as you can tell, I've decided I'm going to pull out a Freckled Fawn square doily, and I do not believe Freckled Fawn carries these anymore. I know they've come back a few times, but they're not currently in their shop. So I'll have another link where you can get these same exact square doilies from an Etsy shop, which of course will, if you guys are interested, you can always shop through Etsy to find some great crafty things. I know there's several wonderful craft shops on there. And again, supporting small businesses is so important, especially in today's times where things are a bit harder on everyone. So be sure to shop small, Etsy, those small online shops that you know and love. Check them out when you can and support them. But I hope you guys are having a wonderfully crafty day. When this is going live, it is World Card Making Day. And maybe I'll be making a card offline, and if you guys are interested in seeing any of the behind the scenes of layouts, cards, whatever I'm doing in my craft room, you should check out my Patreon. All of my Patreon tiers get exclusive weekly behind the scenes vlogs where I talk about what I like, what I don't like, where I'm struggling, and all of that jazz. I decided, since there is orange in the background of this pattern paper, that this tag from my stash would be a perfect addition and a place to house my journaling later on. And this is just a tag from, I would say, Joann's or Michael's. It was one of those packs you get for Christmas. You don't know where it really comes from, but you appreciate it anyway. And who knew a pop of orange could really help this layout? It helps build out that color scheme that I didn't know I needed. And while I am working with my 6x6 paper pads, I pull out this newsprint that already had a chunk missing out of it, and that is from the Pebbles paper pad here. Then I pull out this pink paper with these cute little heart swirls all over it, and it just works a lot better than what I originally had. Because that strip that was originally on the left-hand side was a pink that wasn't really in the background paper, but it also had that yellow that was there. So I have to switching it out for this 6x6 as the layer beneath the photo and the doily, just to add another pop of pink and to help solidify some of my cluster areas, like the one I want to put to the top left of the photo. I started building one underneath the photo, and then I want to accent around the tag and where my title will eventually go. So I look through my die cuts, I look through my sticker pack. Luckily in this kit I have a cat sticker pack, which I have sorely neglected since I've had it, so I'm really glad I made a little dent in it with today's layout, because who doesn't love cat layouts? I mean, you can just do any pattern papers, any color scheme. They are so great to scrapbook about. And that's where I started planning my title right there, me counting out the letters that I needed, because I have this gorgeous 12 by 12 sticker sheet in my collection, in my stash, and I just have never used it once. So today was the day I finally cracked into that new sticker sheet, and it was exhilarating to use something so new, but it's old. So I encourage you guys to check your stash, see what you got in there that hasn't been touched lately or hasn't been thought about lately, and go and stick it on a layout. You guys will be so happy when you start using up some supplies. And you guys know I'm counting up my supplies that I use up throughout each month, and I'm really excited to have a total at the end of the year. So here I'm building that cluster in the top left. I have a Scrap and Happy Studio flare, and I'll be sure to have her Etsy shop linked down below so you guys can get some amazing epoxy flare. I adore them. They are so cute, and she does so many great releases, including a fall one right now, so be sure to check it out. I'm pairing that cluster with a Jelly Bean Soup butterfly die cut from a super old Jelly Bean Soup die cut pack. Then I also pulled in a little tab there, in that little label tab, which is from an old Pretty Little Studio set, I believe one of their baby collections, which again, very, very old, but I'll be sure to have all of these small shops linked down below so you guys can check them out and shop all of the wonderful goodies that are now available there, even though some of these older supplies are not. But I really love the mixes of pinks on this layout. Luckily, the florals in the background have a variant of pinks, so I could really go hog wild in terms of what colors I used. Usually I'm a little bit more picky about it, but again, there were a lot in here, so I didn't have to worry about it too much being matchy-matchy because of the watercolor look of these flowers. Now I'm bringing in some of the stickers I set aside from the Simple Stories cat sticker collection I'd pulled in, and I bring in this pop of reddish orange, which I thought looked good when I made it. Although this color is not in the background, I thought it helped bring in those dark tones of the photo because of those bright, like, they almost look orange wood floors, but they're just a dark brown. So I pull in that heart in the top left, and then I pull in this little yarn ball in the bottom right, just to keep some consistency with the color, because if I bring in one new color, I want to make sure it's at least highlighted in one other place, if not two, if you can help it. But it really depends on your taste and style. Sometimes you just really need one little pop of color, but here I put in two, and I really love how it turned out. Now you do see me reaching for this My Mind's Eye cat sticker sheet, and that's not part of my kit, but I always tend to go towards the Meow collection whenever I'm doing a cat layout. It just works out so well. You know, cats, the Meow collection. I had to pull some in, especially when I knew I was going to be doing a gray title with this Echo Park sticker sheet. A couple gray cat stickers really helped even out that neutral. But I end up titling this Morning Meeting, and that is it for this layout. I do end up adding sequins afterwards off screen, you know, once I started staring at the layout and saying, this looks wrong. So I did add some sequins after the fact, but I will be sure to post a photo on Instagram so you guys can see the final look. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Again, I'll have plenty of links down below for you guys to check out for the small shops, for the products I've used, and of course for educational resources and how you can make sure you have a plan to vote in this upcoming election if you're here in the US. But I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another process video next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!